Hi all, good morning, good afternoon. Hope you are doing well. So in today's class, we will going to build one another agent. So if you have seen my previous class, in the previous class we have built one very simple agent. How exactly you know you will create random customer details, then you are validating your customer details and even doing filters and so on. Okay. So, but in today class, we will just create another, bit advanced version of the agent, and where we will see how we can use agents, and we will see how we can use LLM, and also we can see how we can create the integration service, how your flow will connect to the another integration service and on. Okay. So if I'll take to my documentation part. Okay, so here you will see how to create one mail assistant agent. The mail can be your Gmail, can be your Microsoft Outlook email, so any email you want to configure. So you can how will build that agent, no, which will responsible based on your trigger, it will going to trigger the emails. Okay, so that is going to understand, and in that agent we have already been seen in the previous class how the trigger actions will work, and how the trigger actions, in the trigger actions, what are the trigger nodes, and also we have seen what are the action nodes. Now in the today class, apart from trigger nodes and action nodes, we are going to see the AI agent nodes also, and also we'll see the integration service. Okay, so might be this video will be bit long. Please watch till the end, then get the idea about the workflow design, and using trigger node, using your action node, using your integrations and LLMs. Okay, so what exactly the agent name we can say, how to build, you can say how to build mail assistant agent. Okay, so in this mail assistant agent, these are the nodes where I'm going to use it. One is called on form submission, so I'll talk about this, and the second is called AI agents, and this is the Google Gemini LLM I'm going to use, and Gmail message send I am going to use it. Okay, so let's go and start quickly. So you have to log into your N10 account, and once you have logged into your N10 account, then you have to click on home button, and then you have to click on create workflow. Okay, so once you click on create workflow, then either you have to click on here or you can directly go here also. So let me click it here, and here you will able to see all the trigger nodes. So as I explained in the previous call, so these are the different trigger nodes. In the previous class you have already seen how the manual trigger is work. Okay, now in this class we will see on form submission. What exactly on form submission? Here user has to fill the details, then only the trigger is going to happen. Okay, we'll see that. So let me click on this on form submission. Once I clicked on form submission, you will see the test URL and the production URL. Test URL is nothing but which you can access this URL within N10 only, and if you want to click on production URL, then that can be accessible outside the N10 environment. You can hit in the browser and you can test it. Okay, it's clear. Now I'll go here, and here you have to create your form name. What exactly your form name? I can give my form name is called, okay, I can say I can say N10. Okay, user N10 workflow, user guide. Okay, I can say this. Okay, I can say my form name is N10 workflow user guide form. Okay, why I have given this form name? Because I want to give some inputs, and based on the input I want some output. Okay, and that output I'm going to send to my email. Okay, so that's why I've given. So I have given that user guide form. It means that I have to give my source code of my workflow, and then it will create a user guide by reading the my source code of the workflow, and it will create the user guide for me, and it will send that user guide to my mailbox. Okay, so that's why I've given this no, the form name is called N10 workflow user guide form. Okay, so the description is completely optional. If you want, you can give it. So then you can just give, or you can put the same name if you want. Okay, this is a user guide form which helps you to to generate user guide from N10 workflow JSON file. Okay, so I've given my descriptions. Perfect. So now I'll go to the next step here. So when you want the respond I want it only no the trigger is when the respond when the form is submitted, immediately the trigger is going to happen. Okay, now what I'll do here, I'll just click on here I have to add elements. Okay, so I have to just click on add form element, and the label I can give email. Okay, why I have given email? And because I want to send the user guide. Once the user guide is ready, has to send that user guide to my mailbox. Okay, and here you can say email type, you can say email is just like a data type, you can select. And then if you want to add the attribute, then you can decide what exactly that you have to set it. I can say a placeholder, just you have to pass the email ID here. Okay, then the next element is I can say is called, okay, I can say JSON content. Okay, so what is my label name? My label name is called JSON content. Okay, why I have given JSON content here? Because I am going to copy my entire workflow source code which has written in my JSON file by N10. I am going to copy and paste it here, so that my agent is capable enough to generate the user guide for me by reading that workflow JSON file. Okay, so the element type I can give here is called text area, definitely, because my JSON file content is bit high, so that's why I've selected text area, and here it will be the placeholder. Okay, so that's it. And if you want to mark this as a mandatory fields, you can mark it. I can say, yeah, this is my required field, email is mandatory, else I cannot send the email. And here I can say my JSON content is also mandatory. If I'll not send the JSON content, then my agent is not able to generate the user guide for me. Okay, so that's it, I have done. Then what I'll do, I'll just test this particular step. Okay, so how to test this particular step? Just you click on execute steps. So once you execute the steps, if you see, this is the test environment URL. Okay, and this form is open here, exactly how you have created N10 workflow user guide form. This is the descriptions, email ID you have to provide. So I'll provide my email ID. It's called qtpvivu@gmail.com. Okay, and JSON content, let's assume what I will do, I will copy the JSON file from my system. From my download, I'll just go and copy any JSON file. So let me open this JSON file, and I'll copy this JSON file. Okay, so I copied this JSON file. Okay, this JSON file is nothing but your N10 workflow. one of the n8n workflow. Okay, so any JSON file you can copy. It is not that JSON file, any JSON file. Suppose I want to create a the last class we have created, right? The random data creation for a customers, right? So if I want to copy this JSON, just open it, Control All copy. Okay, then I copied my JSON, I'll paste it here. Okay, I just paste it, then I click on submit. See, my node is work perfectly fine. Okay, so I'll close this form, and if you see, my node is executed successfully and my output also come here. So this is my email ID and this is the JSON content, and this is submitted at and the test mode. And if you want to see in the JSON format, you can see tabular format and schema format also. Okay, perfect. So let me close this node, and you will see this node is work perfectly fine. Green tick is come. Okay, now my next step is, once I have filled the detail and click on submit, immediately it will go to a agent. Okay, so how we'll get that agent? Now you have to go to this node panel, and here you have to see this agent is coming. Just click on AI. Once you click on AI, then you will find there are a lot of agents are available here. Google Gemini, Anthropic, okay, Olama, OpenAI. There are agents are available. LLMs and agents are available. Okay, so you have to click on AI agents. You don't select the LLM directly. You have to select LLM AI agents. So once you click on AI agents, okay, the AI agent is open here. Okay, so I'll not do anything here. Just click on this. Okay, just close this. This is my AI agent, and in AI agent you have three sub nodes. You can say the chart model, memory, and tools. Okay, so in the chart model we have to select one LLM model which will help us. The input given by the user is able to read it, and it will generate a user guide document for us. Okay, and to do this, what I have to do, I have to go to click on this. I have to go here. I will find one Google Gemini chart model. So you can find other chart models also, other LLM models also, but I will get some free tokens. Okay, so I'll just use, you can also use Google Gemini is giving free tokens, you can use it. Okay, I'll just click on Google Gemini chart model. Once you click on Google Gemini chart model, you will able to see this panel, right? In this panel you will see credential to connect with. Okay, and you will see model, all these things you able to see it here. So what exactly the credential to connect with? Okay, so in this credential will connect with means your LLM, okay, your agent, or you can say your, what I can say, your agent, the agent you are going to build, okay, that need to connect to a LLM. Then only it will read your inputs and do the analysis, and it will give the results to you. Okay, without hallucination it will give the results to you. Okay, so how we will going to integrate to your LLM called Google Gemini chart model? So that we will see. This is very important. You have to be very careful. I have to watch it, and you have to keep private your tokens. Okay, so we will see now. First you have to just click on this credential to connect with. So if you see, I don't have any credentials. I have to click on create new credential. Once I clicked on create new credential, there is a Google Gemini API account. Now the credential window is opened here. Okay, so we have to generate the API key and paste it here. So how we'll generate the API key? It's very simple. You have to just go to here and search it here, Google Gemini API key. Just search it here. Okay, then you click it here, Google, okay, Google Gemini API key, search it here. It will take you to the developer portals, and here you can say create or view the Gemini API keys. Okay, just click on this. So once you clicked on this, you will able to see this window. Okay, API keys window. Okay, so what you have to do in the Google AI Studio, you have to go to get API keys. Just you click on get API keys. So once you click on get API keys, okay, you have to click on this, then you have to go to create API keys. Okay, just click on create API key. You can give the name. If you want some unique name you want to give, feel free to give the unique name. Project also you can give, create it. I have already created the one of the project called Agent AI, and this is my Gemini API key name. Yeah, I'm fine on the name. Then I click on create. So once I clicked on create, it's going to create a key for me. Okay, it's going to create a key for me that is in this date. Okay, so this key you have to keep private. Okay, so you have to just copy this key. So once I copied this key, I'll back to my net and workflow and paste this key here. Okay, so I paste this key here. So once I clicked on paste, then I click on save. So once I clicked on save, if you see the connection is established. Now my agent, my AI agent is successfully connected to one of the model is called Google Gemini API. Okay, Google Gemini chart models. Okay, now my agent and my LLM will communicate with each others. Okay, so my connection is successfully completed. Now I close it. Okay, no need to save it. And here if you see, this is my connection. I have to provide it here. Okay, and then immediately if you see all the LLM models, all the models of Google Gemini is coming up here. So you have to select any model if you want, which one you feel is the best, or you can go with the latest one, completely fine. So I will not change anything. This will be as like default. I keep it here. Okay, so now you close it here. So if you see here, now once the user will submit the form, then the data will come to the agent, then agent will send the data to the LLM, then LLM will do the analysis and it will return the results to the agent, then it will do the rest of the operations. It's clear now? Now one I'll back to the document where we just created this submission form. Okay, we have created these two field, email and JSON account. We have added the AI agents. Now we have also integrate our Google Gemini with our AI agents. We completed the steps, right? Now the details you have sent, that is called your JSON content and email ID, then how your agent will come to know? So if you double click here, you will able to see it here. Okay, the details are this email and JSON content. Okay, now how your agent will communicate with LLM, because unless and until you will not give a prompt, then your agent will not able to communicate to the LLM, because LLM also will expect a prompt, so that accordingly it will work and it will give you a absolute results to you, right? Then what you have to do, source of prompt, from where you want the prompt, connected chart trigger node. It means that any chart trigger node if you have connected, there you will get the prompt, or you want to provide the prompt here. I can say defined below. It means that I have to provide the prompt here. Okay, see, immediately asking to provide the prompt. No worries guys, I'll give you the prompt. Okay, now you go to the document, now you go down here. Okay, so this is my prompt. Okay, so this is completely optimized prompt I have written. Okay, just go here and go back and paste the prompt here. So if you want here, click on this and paste the prompt here. Okay, let me reopen it. This is my prompt. Okay, it's clearly mentioned that what exactly you have to do in my source code, what you have to read it, and how we'll build the document. Everything is clearly mentioned here. Okay, now once you have given all the instructions, how to read the document, how will create the document, how will be your headings, how will be your bullet points, how will be your structure of your document. Everything I have clearly mentioned in my prompt. Okay, now once you have given your prompt, then the last step, if you see now, analyze the following n8n JSON workflow. Okay, because my workflow is stored, my n8n workflow is stored in a JSON file, right? .json file. So that JSON file you have to provide it. Then only your LLM will read it, understand it as per the prompt, and it will give the results to you, or it will give you the user guide to you. Okay, so that content, if you see here, is coming here in this variable is coming, right? JSON content. Okay, so that content we have to pass it here. Clear? You have to pass it here. So what I will do, so I will not pass the space. What I will do, just 1 second guys, I'll open my submission form. I'll just rename my variables. I don't want this extensions, right? Sorry, don't want this space. This space might create problem, so I don't want to take that risk. Okay, so then I come back to my agent, and here if you see, my JSON content is updated here. What I will do, I'll just delete this JSON content. I'll put my JSON content. How will put? Just you go here. Let me no, what I will do, let me execute this one more time so that my JSON content will update. 1 second. Execute the workflow. I'll give qtp vivo, so any name I can give just for the time being, because anyway it is not sending the email now. Okay, then my JSON content, I'll go to my any JSON content you can provide it just for the time being. Okay, so then you click it here, it will start evaluating, but it will not able to evaluate because my JSON is wrong, right? So the expectation, it will give some weird results to you, right? So let the execution will complete. Okay, so if you open it, my JSON content is come, because my intention is here, I want the exact variable, nothing else. Okay, so let me stop the executions. Okay, and I'll just put my JSON content variable here. This is my JSON content variable. Okay, Control Z, I have to put that in the last. Okay, I have put my JSON content here. Perfect, fine now. Okay, so my JSON content, I put it here. Now close this. So now if I submit this, it will give the details to you here, and once you give the details to you here, then it will communicate to your chart model. Okay, in this chart model, it will start evaluating your details and it will give the results to you, right? Let me test it. Okay, so I'll just double click here, sorry, I'll execute this workflow. Once I'll execute this workflow, I'll give my email ID, then I'll provide my content. I'll go here, I'll copy my content, paste it here, I'll submit this. So you can close the form, you back to your workflow panel, then you will see, once I clicked on submit, immediately send the details to AI agents. Okay, then AI agents will start shaking his hand with LLM models along with the prompts. Okay, and along with the data which is sent by the user, and it will start evaluating and doing all the prompt optimize, all the analysis, and it will start and it will give the results to you. It will take some time, so just for few more seconds, it's evaluating. If you see now, it's green tick here. Again, the agent is green tick, LLM is green tick. You have seen the node, the execution is completed successfully. Now what I'll do, I'll just double click here. Now if you see here, this is the email ID I have sent, JSON content I have sent, submitted, okay, and it's given me the output here, okay, and it given me the output. It's clear now. This is my output. Now my next step is what I will do. You can also add some memories if you want, just sample memories you can add it just to memorize your agent will memorize some of the recent interactions you are doing with your agents, these agents, AI agents. It will memorize. You can give how many number of time you want to memorize. Okay, so if you want, how will do, just you go here and you can say simple sample memory. Okay, so if you see here simple memory, okay, here you can provide in the how many time you want to no memorize the thing, content window, no window length and all, you can provide it and you can connect it here, but I will not going to connect it. It's just very simple thing. Okay, so then the next thing is tool. If you have some requirement, you are going to read some document as a context from before it's going to create the actual user guide, then in that case you can also add the content. Okay, add your content in the form of document, in the form of any source, you can add it here. Okay, that we'll see in the upcoming sessions. Now the next step is once this come up here, then the next I'll back to my document here, and if you see in this document what exactly you have to do, you have to add a send message. So the send message, I want to send that to my Gmail. Then what you have to do, you have to search with Gmail here, then you have to find Gmail. Then in the Gmail, what you have to do, you want to delete message, get message? No, I want to send a message. Just you click on send message. Again here, Gmail is also a third party application. Your N10 is going to shake the hand with the Gmail so that it will going to communicate. It will going your agent entirely will once it will be ready and it will going to communicate to the Gmail. Okay, so how will shake the hand? Approach will remain same approach. You have to go here, click on create new credential, and you have to just select auth 2. Okay, and you click on sign in with Google. Okay, once you click on sign in with Google, just select your account. I have selected my account is called QTP, and you can give an access permissions to access N10. Okay, so you are just giving the permission to N10. Okay, so if you see, the connection is established now, right? Now once the connection is established, close this, and if you see my connection is established, resource you have to select it. My resource will be, you want to do a level, draft, thread? No, I want to send a message. And the operations, what operations you want to perform? I want to send a message. Okay, to whom you will going to send the message? Now the question is, to whom you will going to send the message, right? I want to send the message to the user, the email ID the user has given. Okay, so that we'll put it here. I'll see how to put this. Okay, and subject also we'll put, the subject is called, we'll put N8N workflow user guide. Sorry guys. Okay, I can say N8N workflow user guide. Okay, it's clear. That will be my subject. Email type is HTML. Okay, and message, what message you want to send? I want to send the message, dear user, dear user. Okay, the username I will take from the email ID. All I can consider as the email ID is my user, or you can create another field in the submission form. You can take the username also as input. Okay, so I can just give some generic name, or I can give the email ID. Okay, so I'll show you that. Okay, dear user. Okay, and you can say let me open it. You can say please find below attached user guide for the N8N workflow JSON file you have shared. Perfect. Then the regards, you can say regards AI agents, I can say. Okay, so I have written this. Okay, then you have to provide it here a variable which will contain your user guide, right? So I'll provide this. Let me, before that, I'll hardcode this value for the time being. The email is coming or not, we have to check it first, right? Before we will integrate to our workflow. Okay, so I'll just save this and I'll just execute these steps. Once I'll execute these steps, node is executed successfully. And if I'll go to my mailbox, so if you go to my mailbox here and go to Gmail, you will see an email. If you see this email, N8N workflow user guide, N8N workflow user guide, dear user, please find that as blah 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 blah. Okay, now this signature is coming, so I don't want this signature. It's not looks good to me. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to go to your N8N workflow, and here you can select add option. In the add option, append N8N attribution. So you have to opt this. Just you have to opt this. Then you will not get that signature at all. Okay. So it's clear now. Now we are set with our Gmail integrations. Now I'll go here. Okay. I'll just connect my Gmail integrations from my agent. So now if you see, I will just restructure my entire flow. Just you have to select, right click the pan, tied of your workflow. Looks fine, looks nice now. Okay, so here you have to, okay, on from submission, then it will come to the agent, do the LLM, then it will send the message to your Gmail, right? So now what I'll do, I'll do a workflow executions. Definitely it will still also not able to send. If you see here, it's still also not able to send the content because we have not passed the content correctly here. Okay, that's fine. For the first flow, we'll see it. Click on execute workflow. I'll give the qtp vivu at gmail.com. Okay, qtpview at gmail.com, and then you can provide your JSON content. So this is my JSON content. Control all copy. This is my one of the workflow JSON content. Okay, where I lost the form. I think I have lost the form somewhere. Let me stop it and execute one more time. Okay, so here I can put my JSON content. Here I can put my qtp vivu at gmail.com. Fine. So I have put my email ID qtpvivu at gmail.com and I have sent the JSON content. If you submit it and you go to the email, you will send an email exactly same like this, because you have not configured the output coming from the agent in my Gmail. Okay, that's why you will not get that. That is expected completely. So you will just wait for a few seconds, you will get it. Let me refresh. It will take some time because LLM is going to execute, lot of things it will going to do here. Still my LLM is executing and my agent is also performing the task. So once it will complete, then the mail will send. Okay, if you see here now, the mail will come quickly now. So let me refresh. See, the mail came now. Okay, but the content is remain same, the body is remain same. So how will change this? Now I'll go back to my workflow. I'll open Gmail, okay, and here what you have to do, first of all, what you have to do, you have to open on form submission. This I don't want to hard code, because tomorrow some different user, then it will stop working, right? Or it will keep on send the email to me. I don't want this. Okay, so then the next step is I have parameterized this email ID. Then here what I'll do, I'll just put my content here. Okay, so I'll just expand it, and here I want to put the content, right? So shared. Okay, so I'll just kick it here. Let me do enter here. Yeah, let me all delete it. Okay, so first of all I'll write dear email ID. I'll write, okay, dear user, this is my user. Okay, then comma, enter. Okay, thanks for using agent, I can say. Then I'll go to the next step. Then I can say, please find below user guide created for the workflow you have shared. Okay, shared. Okay, so then I'll put it here. Then I'll go, this is my content. I'll just put it, no, sorry guys, this is not my content, this is my input, this is my content, okay, which is coming from agent. So if you see here, it's coming from agent, this is coming from form, so it means that this is my input. Very careful about where exactly you are using your variables. Okay, then you can say regards, then you can say AI agents. Okay, so now we are ready for test, so all set. Okay, now I'll just close this. Okay, now I will just simply go and click, both are same approach, same purpose. From anywhere you can click it, you can click it from here also, and you can provide your email ID. Okay, so you can say qtpb, or I can give the same email ID, not an issue also, gmail.com. just cross check the email ID should be correct, gmail.com. Then you have to provide the JSON content. So any JSON content you can provide. Okay, based on the JSON content it will create a document for you. Okay, so I'll just open it. I just copy the JSON content, okay, which is one of my end-to-end workflow JSON file. I'll just paste it here. Okay, if you see my entire content has been pasted here, then I click on submit. So once I clicked on submit, your response has been recorded. Okay, and this is my test URL. Close this. Now you see the execution is started. LLM is still started working along with the agents. And if you see my mailbox here, just you see it here, the mail will come here. Okay, so now I'll back to the agents here. Just wait for a few seconds. If you see, the execution is completed from both agent side and Gmail, your LLM side. Send the information to agent, execution is completed. And if you double click here, okay, your data take the input from here and given the output to here also. Okay, so now I'll back to my Gmail. Okay, in the Gmail, if you refresh it, you will find one email, okay, from the agent. And you see it here, dear user, your email id I have given as a user. So you can, if you want, you can also take as input of the username. You can pass the username it here. Thanks for using agent, please find the user id, blah 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 blah, okay. And this is how the document is created for you. I have just simply given my source code to the agent, and agent is build a very good document for me, so that by going through this document I can easily understand what exactly that N10 workflow is working. It's clearly saying that is N10 workflow user guide. What is this called? My customer data. And this guide will go through it is the overview, and this is the prerequisites, and this is the workflow architecture, this is the step-by-step executions. Everything is documented, okay, everything is documented. And here, if you see, remember, if you join my previous class, we have where you have design, everything is created according exactly same like this. Here is saying execute workflow, then it's creating the random customers, then here it is getting the filtered rows, then it is just no doing some again filters here, okay. Once you get the rows, it is doing some filters. Then if condition is checking those who have countries, those who have no countries updated in the column, it's separated, segregated, okay. Then once it's segregated, then it's complete, okay. Now if you see, the data flow explanation is clearly also given here, okay. Configuration steps for the user is also given here, okay. Import workflow steps is also given. So everything is given in very details, okay. So I really feel this is very good, okay. So I will suggest you guys, please try to implement in your account in your N10 platform, and you feel free to comment me, mail me. I'll try to resolve your issue. If you face any problem, any challenges while you are building your agents, okay. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. Keep learning, never stop learnings. We will see in the next upcoming class, okay. Thank you all. Bye bye.